Hey there, fellow ramblers. This is the Mailman. We got the KC and Moonshine Gang. And Luke, the rebel without a clue.
Back in the saddle again.
And we're still circled up, and we're talking about, hey, I wanted to tell you about the rodeo. My first rodeo in Arcadia. You should have seen it. It was great.
Maybe we did.
You was probably there.
We're from here. We may have.
I moved here on 1996 Memorial Day. Soon after that, there was the 4th of July rodeo and parade.
Arcadia All Florida Championship.
Granddaddy of them all.
Yeah, and I didn't know what that meant.
You found out.
But that was my very first rodeo. It was my first shootout.
Were you still a kid?
Downtown, they had the guns blazing.
How old were you?
46.
46.
Yeah, first rodeo.
What did you think of it? What was your first impression?
I was amazed. Well, to start off with, they had a rodeo.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good. Some friends from over in Manatee, Canada, they came over, and that was an eventful, we even had fireworks. Okay, I'll tell you, we had a rodeo, and that was good. Downtown, and I always loved hometown rodeo. I mean parades. We had the parade downtown, not a rodeo. And then they had the shootout. And guys were falling off the roof, jumping out the windows. Falling dead in the street. It was blood, the bud, and the beer.
Mud, the blood,
the beer everywhere. It was great. And then later on, we had the rodeo. I went to my very first rodeo, and I saw they had a shootout there again.
They killed them again.
And those guys, the same guys, and the dance hall girls.
They were back.
And everything. Yeah, and Mr. Shudell was doing the...
Mr. Shudell,
He was doing the announcing. I think he was at the piano or something. They had a piano or something.
I think in that situation, it's more of a pioneer.
Pioneer? He was at the Pioneer, out of tune. The honky, he's at the Honky Tonk Pioneer. That was good. And then, fortunately, just a couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to do the announcing for the rodeo.
Oh, wow.
For the shootout, that is.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. It was
you
about 3 or 4 days.
Todd Becker got shot and killed?
Yeah, he was Tombstone Todd.
Tombstone
Todd has been
Ladies and gentlemen, Tombstone Todd has hit the dirt.
Todd has been in it for forever, and so long that he's the bad guy these days, and he's been in it so long that he has the distinction of holding that record, but by virtue of his longevity, he gets to be the last one that goes down in the hail of gunfire. So
yeah, but originally on his first one, he was always the first guy dead, so he had to lay there in the dirt dead in the hot sun for the whole performance.
That's right.
And finally, with the longevity and everything and seniority, he was able to work himself up to where he's the last guy shot.
Well, some people buy a ticket for the rodeo just to see
30
Todd get killed.
Yeah.
That's worth the price of the rodeo to see him shoot Todd.
Yeah.
Well, now they have the shootout at the rodeo grounds, don't they?
I think you still do it downtown because I can hear it at my house.
I think, yeah.
I thought they had it at they have had it at the rodeo.
Right, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
When I was working, I still work for the paper, but back in the day, they used to have a pre-rodeo day. You went down there, it's like a thing for the media. They'd invite the radio stations, the TV stations, all the newspapers in the area to come down there, and they would do like a little shootout, a couple of quick bull rides, and they would have the can girls there.
I like
that.
that.
And cook a barbecue, have a barbecue. Didn't cost nothing. They did that to bring the media in to interview people and stuff. And I always enjoyed going down there for that.
Can you do the can?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm very limber.
Be glad we're on radio, folks. He's doing it now.
Yeah. I have to wear my proper attire to do it. Like the gay apparel. But
I don't even like the
your gay apparel.
I don't even like to think about the fact that you may have a remote possibility that you have a can outfit.
I can picture him with that beard up there doing that, kicking the hind legs up.
Oh, my goodness.
My wife can come up with one real quick, I think.
Yeah, because she's a seamstress.
All right, Karen. We're counting on you.
Hey,
there'll be a picture of that.
Those can girls, I remember when I did the announcing for that one year, they needed to be a little bit more limber. They were kind of stiff. They couldn't kick it too high.
And they're used to can girls, not to can. They're used to can.
I guess you
need to
girls. You need to practice.
And the cannot.
They need to practice.
They had the cannot.
I'm more like the better not dancer. I'm one of those better not dance.
Hopi not.
Hopi dance. We do the Hopi dance.
Yeah, he's an Indian from the Hopi dancer.
That's right.
Hopi not be dancing.
Yeah.
Hopi not. You're right. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
And then after rodeo, you finish it off with a night at the fireworks. And that day, in '96, it was at Lake Catherine, and we laid out on the Elks lawn.
Who was we?
Yeah.
Me and the folks that came to visit from Manatee. They came over to visit. Yeah.
You had a little entourage.
Yeah, there was my one daughter and a couple that came over from Manatee to visit. a guy I used to work with. And it
Oh, so
was-
you were just here to visit?
No, I just moved here.
Oh, but you bought these other people to
They
show them.
came over to visit
you
for this.
got yourself
See what kind of
into.
podunk town you'd moved into.
Yeah, and they liked it. They said, "Hey, this is something we want to move here."
They said, "Yeah, we'll be back someday."
Yeah,
Maybe about-
they never made it back.
Scared them off.
Yeah, can
So what
girls
did you
did
think
it.
about the rodeo itself?
The rodeo. I love bull riding. The bull riding.
Was it hot?
That's the grand finale.
And steer roping. That is precision. I don't understand
You
how
gotta
they
be
do
good.
that.
You got to be good.
That's like doing it must take all of your life to practice,
Timing
and then you
is
break all your
timing
bones.
is everything.
That's right.
You break all your bones, then you can't do it no more. Every rodeo guy I ever met has got a bunch of arthritis in their wrists, and
Oh, yeah,
they
they
can't turn their neck.
They get beat up pretty bad.
Well, what they do is they give you, when you start rodeoing,
Were you a rodeo guy?
yes, they give you a sack of marbles. Everybody gets a sack of
A
marbles.
sack of marbles?
And every time you go to rodeo, you end up losing one of your marbles.
That's right.
And when you finally lost all your marbles, that's when you start riding bulls,
Oh,
I heard that.
or you become a rodeo clown.
Yeah, a
And
bullfighter,
that's-
they're called.
Yeah, after you've lost
yeah.
all your marbles.
Hey, I've seen young men. I mean, they can't turn
I
their
quit
neck.
before I lost my marbles.
Did you get any broken bones?
I think that's probably part of the reason I can't. I have a lot of back problems right
Yeah.
now.
You landed on your head a lot.
My back, on my sacroiliac.
Should they tell these kids when that's doing these bull ridings in advance, like, hey, you know what? You're not going to be in too good a shape a few years from now.
They should let them watch that movie 8 Seconds. We
I
have it
think if you
mandatory.
can't figure that out, maybe this is a good career for you anyhow.
That's right.
If you're really good at it, it can be a very lucrative thing. I mean,
That's right.
nowadays.
Some people follow that sport, and if they don't make any money, that's all they got. I mean, they get what they get.
And the bad thing about it is, there's no benefits to it other than
You don't retire from that, make any
going
money.
to rodeo dances, but you don't get any
Yeah,
benefits
rodeo
as far
dance.
as you don't get any benefits as far as your health insurance.
And
or
they
anything
don't-
like that.
they can't
You
dance.
get hurt and you can't show up.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't get paid.
And maybe there's a few winnings here and there. Or,
Most people have a day job, but
yeah.
That's right. I never got involved. I put up with enough bull as it is without crawling in the ring with one. And, I mean, I've been chased on. When I grew up in Arcadia, we were surrounded by pasture on all 3 sides. All 4 sides actually. There's 4 sides of pastures around us, and you had to be careful out there sometimes. Most of the time you wouldn't get bothered, but once in a while you'd have a mama calf, cow out there with a calf. And
Oh, that's the worst.
I had horses get after me one time. Had a foal. Didn't even see him. I didn't even see him. We were over fishing in a little bitty pond over in the middle of an orange grove. We had to walk back across the pasture and through the palmettos over there, and some horses got after us. Me and my cousin. I'm happy I'll talk about that when we get back. But anyway,
Bad horses.
bad horses. What were they thinking?
I could sing a song if you want me to.
Sing us a song. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. All right, that was a short little song.
That's the only part of that song I know. Yeah, I never hear the rest of
That's
it.
the most fun part. I think we're out of here, so we'll be back.